A little bit of the Invoker for today. Make sure you guys smash some crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. And hey, leaving a comment down below. One of you be walking away with a booster pack as per usual. So what in the world is happening out here? Now, last night you heard me going on about Aleister The Invoker and how I think that this is one of the stupidest, buyouts that I have actually seen. And I'm still standing by that, actually. I understand that, players out here were looking to Blue Eyes out here as a fun little option to be able to, test out all this stuff. And sure, I mean, if you wanted to call this budget, but I shouldn't. This card has no business being as insanely high as it actually is, especially when we're expecting a reprint of the alt art literally right around the corner out here. But people in the market, I guess, need a reason to throw money around. Wow, the Invoker of Madness is still $6.50. Gold rares are up to like $3 a copy. Yeah, look at that spike up. Ooh, that's what I like to see. I see you can get German copies here for $1.50s or one. Aleister Der Spellcaster guy. You're looking at like $7 for these. That's freaking insane for a blob. Yeah, and then meanwhile supers. This is $15 for supers for this. Holy crap, man. This is peak meme material, actually. I didn't think that the Yu-Gi-Oh community would surpass my expectations on memery out here, but I gotta clap for it. You guys literally did it. Like, you guys did your best out here to try and make the mighty Aleister the Invoker worth something. Now, what about his counterparts? Has Macabre, has Megalanic, has all the other pieces gone, somewhat insane? Honestly, no. Macabre, I mean, still trying to be a $5, $6 card. That hasn't changed. Secret Rare Macabres, $3. I feel like the quantities are a little bit low on this. I see 37 of them here, and you're looking at a solid couple dollars a piece. I mean, you can tell that you had a little bit of a takeoff here as the card essentially doubled in price, but for this version, I mean, it's still worth a couple of bucks, to say the least. And then, of course, Kaliga, still very budgety. Raijin, 75 cents, basically still like $2. Purgatrio, still a little bit of value. Raijin, the Ultras, these are like 30 cents. Cocytus coming in a little bit down here still. Not really a lot of change. Macabre Supers, plenty of those running around on the market. But in terms of, the fusions themselves, not really going to be breaking the bank, which is a good thing, actually. You want these sort of things like, you're happy to see these sorts of cards, going crazy on this sort of thing. But, in terms of how things are right now, okay. Oh, this one's going to hurt the soul. Buster Whelp of the Destruction Sword. These things are a lot of money for no reason whatsoever, other than it's only ever had one printing. Now, I'm hoping, and I really am hoping here, that Konami took note of the Buster Blader deck that's been developing out here, and I hope that they are going to actually give us an opportunity to be able to actually, do something and reprint this thing, because this thing has no business being a $15 card from Breaker of the Shadows. Like, it's actually crazy to me that we're this far back and a card from Bosch has actually broken the barrier to be this crazy. Like, that's actually kind of nuts. You're looking at 16, 13, 11 now. I guess it's cool to actually see that the Buster Whelp stuff is maintaining a price point, but in my opinion, like, this is just too much. The Infernal Devicer hype train. I feel like I come back to this like every other day, because there's always going to be something out here in the hero department where somebody's going to be like, oh my gosh, like, it's gone crazy. I mean, okay, well, let's call it what it is. I mean, Infernal Devicer, you were what, $3? Your secret rare's gone up to you got one here for $4, 777 across the board. It pretty much solidifies the point that this is going to be a consistent $7 card. Somebody actually spent $20 out here. Okay, well, that's a lot. Sure. What else we got going on back here? Ultras for Infernal Devicer. I see we've also rocketed up. You get plenty of German copies here, but you're looking at solidly a $5 card. Okay. So what I've gotten out of this, everybody, is if you are a hero player and you were wanting some Infernal Devisors, I got bad news for you. This shit's expensive. Oh, the Martial Metal Marcher. This card has been the penny stonk of penny stonks, man. You got a lot of people out here that are looking at the yummy stuff and they're going, oh my god, yummy cards, they're going nuts. I mean, okay, so you bottomed out down here at 18 cents. And then you propelled on up here because people were starting to look at the yummy cards as a nice little option. I see 9, 3, 7. I mean, you've had some quantities, move here. 11, 19, 40. I mean, it's understandable, if you're buying them all from the same seller, why not? Your gold rare copy down here, which this doesn't look too bad. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of the blob gold rare, but, in terms of what's available, I mean, 18, 22, 22, 26, 26. I mean, these don't move a lot. It's enough right now that people are excited for the whole little hype coming here. So if you're looking for a free extender to kind of keep the deck going and, possibly end on, some extra little levels of things, it's all about the Excel synchroing up, gaining 1 star at a time these days. The Mulcharmies. So I guess we're going to take a quick look here at how Meows is doing. $380, by the way, on Fua's. 200 and... Actually, so this is funny because once this one's gone, we're back up. That's market price of $225, by the way. That's not accurate. You're at $285 here. See, nice Italian copy here for $284. But you're still solidly looking about $286 on a copy of Meows. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but it's definitely been kind of funny to see that. You got 182 on the Perulia. Wow, those tanked. Fua's, with the reprint coming, I mean, these are still like $95 plus. It's actually kind of insane to see that those are still going. And then we come on down here to good old Meows. As of filming this, Meows are about $40 or about $55. This is actually settling about where Perulia formerly was. So I guess your takeaway from this, everybody, is, Meows is going on up still. It's been consistent. We'll say that. Oh, the penny stonk of penny stonks. Good old Mysterion, the Dragon Crown. So you got Dragon Tail out here. It's like, we're a spellcaster deck. Oh my gosh, we got, other things. I mean, this also works with Aleister for Dragon Tail as well. I can't completely blame Blue Eyes as an alternative option right now for things, but you got people out here that are penny stonking this card extremely hard. I'll talk about this a little bit more in depth later in the week when we actually formally get to talk about this stuff. But 33 cents. I mean, this is the kind of penny stonks that people look at and they're like, hey, if I pick this up, 6 months in advance out here before any sort of hype might come through on the TCG, and we're seeing, this level of turnaround, I don't really blame them. I'm not really surprised when you got the big gains out here. Yeah. But in terms of, is this, gonna actually see play? I think it's possible, to say the least. And then, the number C65 King Overfiend. Now, if you've not been paying attention to the Utopia stuff out here, you know that this nice little thing right here has this line of text that says, if this card has number 65 to Ginbuster as an exceed material, it gains an effect. Well, what effect does it gain? It gains that your opponent's monster effects that they control cannot activate. That's not a negate. It's they cannot even attempt to activate them, which is an insane floodgate on a 1600 attack point monster. And it's actually painful out here to actually be seeing that actually doing its thing. So little bit of a heads up in that department that value that's being had there is actually insane. So that's all I have for today's market. There's a lot of interesting things happening back here that you might have missed. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. And of course, I look forward to actually kind of seeing some movements out here in the market. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.